what's got the top tier potential for the July 2021 ban list? We'll probably do a top 5 once we head into July here, but this is just, once again, early thoughts on what's going on in the format. So let's dig on into this, shall we? So the first one we got to talk about, after you guys, of course, smash the crap out of the subscribe button, is actually going to be Sky Strikers. There are so many people right now, and it is absurd to me that there are this many people that are calling Striker the best deck in the room at the moment, and I don't know if I agree with that. I understand that Sky Striker Eldritch is a very good diversified deck that can handle a lot of option trees. Also, you know, but the problem is your extra deck is very packed. Alright, like you have to decide how many Sky Striker pieces you want to do. And there's always the general argument of, well, you know, like my Eldritch monsters are going to, you know, clog up the extra deck. Or clog up the main zones. I get it. I understand. There's also talk about Striker being able to, you know, have the Verte package in the deck, which they can, okay? They can make Dark Dragoon. And then I was reading a few comments from people being like, why would I play Dragoon in it? Well, Dragoon allows you to facilitate ending the game. Alright, like I don't know if you guys know, like, except for the one guy that commented on the video the other day and said, well, Striker can just kill me going second. That doesn't happen a lot. I mean, if they open up like 3 spells and like triple Widow Anchor, then yeah, you're dead. Alright, but that is a story for another day. So you have to understand that by playing, you know, Verte and the Dragoon package in the deck, you can close the game so much faster because of that. The downside is I got to play way more bricks than I already want to play, so I'm not too sure on that. But these are the two big things that are drifting around right now on Striker as we look at this possible metagame shift here. And I'm going to continue to ask the best questions here. How consistent can Striker be on 1 engage? What will the interaction level be for DD Crow resolving? Because I don't know if you guys saw, but Starlight DD Crows went up in anticipation because, you know, you have 1 engage. Can you recycle that 1 engage multiple times? Yes, you can. Your best value on an engage is an engage and then into Kagari to have a draw 2 search 2. That's your best value on that. But once again, how well will this perform? I don't know. But from what I've seen right now, the deck is pretty alright. I would say flatline tier 2 at minimum right now, because this deck was already making waves without engage. So now we've taken it from like 2.5 up to 2. So I think that this deck will be a good contender in the rogue category, but I feel like people are overreacting at this point in time. So we'll see where that goes. But that's my overall thoughts on Striker right now. Now, next up here, we have Dragon Link, and it's here. It's not going anywhere. At least I don't think so. Maybe I'm missing something here. Yes, I know they don't have Boral End. Boral End really did make nice waves and splashes for that deck. I actually really loved what Boral End brought to the table for the deck, but unfortunately here, we have to now ask ourselves this. What in the world can Dragon Link adapt, evolve, and put on the table? And I think the answer is, and we're going to have to take a little bit of time to develop and actually see where these skill trees will go with this deck. But I think going forward here, you're going to see the exact same thing here. And you know what that is? It's going to take a little bit of time for players to figure out how this deck will evolve. It's the same story we tell each other every stupid list. Oh, hey guys, guess what? It's Dragon Link. Don't worry, it'll be in the corner somewhere. Now, Drytron. Alright? Don't lie to me here. If you don't think that Drytron isn't one of the 2 best decks in the room, what are you thinking? Drytron is insanity right now, right? The deck didn't get touched. Alright? I know. You know what the cool thing about having an entire discussion about Drytron running around the format? You guys remember what killed dinosaurs, right? It's actually just a giant lance in the sky named Artifact Lancey, alright? It's a true fact. You know what beats Drytron? Cycle Reader. You know what's starting to see a lot more play right now? Cycle Reader. While the boards that this deck can generate are massively problematic, Herald and Ava, Yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy just a fat ass on the field with like 35 negates, because what are you doing? Nothing. It's fun, right? It's so fun being able to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And lose to Drytron. Well, the cool thing is, Psycho Reader is a very good card against that deck. So, hey, the boards of the deck makes, still good. Alright, there's not a single thing that has changed about that. So, keep that in mind, alright? So, the other best deck in the room here, TriBrigade. Okay. Does anybody out here think that the Delay of the Duelist pack was actually just ingenious? Oh. So with the Delay of the Duelist pack, now that means that we'll have to go back to the more fragile version of the deck. Now you can still play the Zodiac variant. Nothing's stopping you. You just replace Drytron with another piece to have the heavier Zeus pieces. You can still do that. That hasn't changed. Is it as good, as consistent as the Zodiac TriBrigade variant? Personally, I don't think so, which brings us back to our hot take here. Which will be better, pure TriBrigade, or will the Lyricalisk version be the Supreme King build? I am also not sure on that. I can tell you that Barabloom is a heck of a card. Revolt is a heck of an engine as well. And we will probably see the pure version, you know, the one that baits the Fractals and things like that, will probably take off. You know, we might see a return maybe away from the TriBrigade variant. We might see more what the UK was doing with the Rescue Cat variants, because quite honestly, you know, if you can bait an Ash on the Fractal and you can normal summon Cat and start combo, that is so much value in and in itself that I probably might see us go towards that variant. I honestly think that the TriBrigade Lyricalisk list is just kind of not worth it at this point in time. I feel like the innovations and stuff towards the cat version will probably be the best thing that we can really have to deal with there. So I'm looking forward to seeing what innovations come out there. Now, during last format, oh man, I could say that now. During last format, we were kind of starting to notice an @Ignister. So if you guys are like, wait, you're talking about @Ignister? I was actually going to make a whole bunch of videos talking about this, because it was very interesting, because last weekend we saw huge upticks of @Ignister. I also saw that Pac was doing crazy stuff with it on his stream. And we had, out of the UK event, we had double @Ignister top. And you're like, well, Robbie, that's just, it's just weird, all right? Like, you're noticing stuff. No, I'm not going crazy here. @Ignister was climbing the ranks of Rogue and was kind of starting to show people that, hey, there's a problem here. We have a deck that can produce a Q4 Towers monster that players can't deal with right now. Boral Sword doesn't exist in the game right now as an out to this card. So what's going on here? Well, who guessed, ladies and gentlemen, one card engine the deck? Yes, I am going to say it. This deck is a one card engine. It does capitalize very well, and it looks like either players just don't know how to handle this deck, or maybe players just aren't playing the appropriate hand traps to try to stumble this deck and watch it fall. But either way, we do have an @Ignister Revolution on our hands here. And I think that this deck woke up, is now going to be a rogue deck going forward here, and it's going to be something that players playing in the new format are going to have to deal with. Alright, because if you see, you know, what beats Sky Strikers? A boss monster that can't be targeted. So Dragoons. But let's take it one step further. Let's put it on a Link 6, make it a one-card engine, and allow the deck to be able to capitalize and create this behemoth so that they can't deal with it. It's what we like to call boss monster syndrome in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's a very great thing, all things considered. So, where we're sitting right now in the metagame is just that. We have a lot of interesting points going forward here. A lot of things actually out of last format that are going to flow into this format, especially @Ignister now. Even though like there's a little bit of a shake-up here, but it'll be interesting to see how these variants will adapt and really just how they will stick around going forward. So guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Smash the ever-living crap out of the subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on the day. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.